Stand up, girl.
Not break the microphone.
Hey, what's up? I'm MJ.
And I'm Bree.
And we're just a couple of Vegas girls.
Living the not so Vegas life.
Yeah, but we're not regular Vegas girls.
We're cool Vegas girls. Kinda.
And this is the Keeping It Casual podcast,
where we talk about everything and nothing all at once. Let's do it.
I like when you saying it out.
Oh, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I love that stupid movie.
Are we rolling?
Hello and good evening.
Good evening. Are we lounging?
We are lounging by the pool right now.
God damn.
With a fire going.
Fire pit. It is a cool, let's check the weather. It's a cool, what is it?
I don't know, 50?
48 degrees.
Oh, I was close enough.
Yes. It's very cool out right now.
But we're nice and warm, keeping it casual by the pool. All right.
Life has done some changes on us recently.
Yeah, so the new year hasn't been exactly that great to your co-hostesses.
I think, but didn't we start off by saying one thing? It's about, you can't control anything.
No.
But when shit falls in your lap and things happen, you find a way to roll with it.
Or
right?
you freak the fuck out.
There's always the initial freak out. And yeah, I think that's what we wanted to chat about today. Some serious relating. I think we've all been in a position that both of us have fell into recently and can relate.
So, guess what, guys? I am officially single again.
A heartbreak hotel over there.
Heart
This is some bullshit.
Break. I just, I don't even know where to begin. We got into a big fight on New Year's Eve that rolled into New Year's Day. That was a half makeup. And then 2 days later, we decided we needed to have a conversation, and in that conversation, we realized that my ex-boyfriend was not in a very good place. Mentally, he's not happy. He said I was one of the few things, or one of the only things making him happy, and he needs to figure his own shit out without bringing me down that dark path. It was a very long couple hours, a bunch of tears from both ends, a lot of crying on both of our ends. And I'm not gonna say, he's an asshole, he's this, he's that. No, he's still a very good person. He's just in a tough spot, and that tough spot this breakup has triggered a lot of emotions that I have not felt in a very long time.
I can imagine.
The thing is talking about talking about my relationship on the podcast with him. You guys got to know a picture of it, but you don't know the full relationship. You don't know every inside joke, every laugh, every cry, every I love you, Yeah. And I do love him, and a part of me will always love him. And he told me that nothing will change him loving me. It was only 8 months, but there was a lot shared within those 8 months.
You got, you fell in love.
We fell in love.
And
we haven't fallen out of love yet.
Oh, yeah, it's still fresh
still
wounds. And
way fresh. One of the things he said to me was, I'm going to get myself right, and I hope by some divine miracle that when I am, you're single and available and willing to take me back. And I looked at him and said that was completely unfair because I can't wait. That's asking me to wait.
Yeah, you gotta just respect each other's space and time. And
which has not been happening.
I feel like breaking up is never just okay, we're done and it's over. Especially when there's nothing malicious happened, and it's just you still care about somebody.
You still love them so much.
You can't just stop and hang up the phone right away. People are like, oh, just get over it, move on. And me, I was like, just kind of block on social media and just and you couldn't, still. Mm-mm. No. I just feel like just to kind of take any of that.
Yeah, that right out of my face.
I don't know. I have to kind of, you know where you go a lot, and you're just you have to kind of, take it out of your face. It's hard, but it's hard to just do that right away.
It is, and you know what else sucks is everything reminds me of him right now.
Yeah.
I'm at the fucking grocery store. I pass by Mountain Dew, and I'm like, oh, there he is.
The boy loves some dew.
He does love Mountain Dew.
He's doing the dew.
I hear a Green Day song, and that's his favorite band, so there he is again. It's just, it really fucking sucks. And there are moments when I'm just, like, so overwhelmed with sadness that it's just like, is it even okay to, like, is it worth it to feel this fucking sad over something?
Heartache has done that to a lot of people, and I've definitely had
Yeah.
a feeling like that, because it's very, it's the worst,
When it's, like, hard to wake up in the morning and, you know, you're used to that, like, communication with them all the time that you don't get anymore, and oh god,
it's definitely a fucking,
you know, he's one of my best friends. I don't know. And it's crazy because there's, like, a part of me that truly believes this isn't over between us, but in my mind I know that I need to start working on stepping away and moving on. One night we were talking post-breakup a few nights ago, and I was telling him how just embarrassed I feel and stupid and pathetic for being so fucking sad and angry and emotional. Like, I'll text him 1 second, "You're a fucking asshole," and then the next second be like, "I'm so sorry."
Oh, there's all of that, especially the anger. The anger and the sadness is just, it's overwhelming because you're
feeling everything.
Yeah, and you're just, it's not, you feel unfair, and just like,
It does feel completely unfair.
do you feel like it's fair if is he still reaching out to you to rely on you for emotional support when he's
I told him
put you in that position?
I would help him with whatever he needed. If that means helping him find a therapist, I'll help him find a therapist. If, I don't know, I can't stop being the helping hand that I am. I can't stop doing, I don't know. Just because we're broken up doesn't mean I don't want him in my life, too. That's another thing I'm
Absolutely
struggling with.
It's because you're just an amazing person like that, you know, and you're not going to give up on anybody, and you're always going to make sure somebody's right. But if right now it's just like
overwhelming,
heartache is, you know, there's no way to get past it unless you heal from it. And just to kind of, you know, it's easier said than done.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear any kind of advice. It's the hardest thing, is watching your friend so hurt and just not having the words to say because they can't even process. It's just so overwhelming, you know. So, you know, your friends may have the best intentions, and they're just like, you're just like, I'm not even trying to hear it right now.
I know. Like, and I get so sick of people that are like, this is your time to work on you, because that makes me want to say, go fuck yourself.
I hear you.
Because
I understand.
I have worked on me for a very long time.
Yeah.
You've seen it. That was before I even met him.
Yeah.
I started working on me. It took, you know, me dealing with the British prick to start working on me.
Yeah.
And it was a fucking 2-year something process. But then I met my ex-boyfriend, and I thought he was kind of a gift from the universe for how much work I had done for me. Because it was just like, it was so different. I was dating all these fucking buffoons. Like, yeah, they were rich, good looking, or whatever, had money. I don't fucking know. And
I remember the sushi guy and the guy in the staircase. Or the guy that couldn't find the parking garage.
That guy. That's all the same guy.
Oh god, we must be the big buffoon.
Oh, that guy. He's a director of movies somehow, and I can't figure that one out. Oh, man.
Well.
But anyway.
There's all kind of buffoons in very powerful positions all over.
That's true. Yeah, so I thought he was my gift from the universe, because when I met him, there was just so much respect right off the get-go, and it was just like so much we had in common, and a lot of things, like how safe I felt with him right off the bat, which is something I don't feel safe around men at all, mostly. So yeah, so this has brought a bunch of feelings I haven't felt for a very long time up in a while, and I don't know, I feel like I should be taking antidepressants again or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Can I say, and like it, you know, just probably more just stuff you don't want to hear, but maybe just from an outside perspective, like if he's not going to be there for you emotionally, you can't be there for him.
That's true.
You know,
but
as much as you want to feel him and be around.
I don't know how much he knows, because he even told me this the other night, and he wasn't saying it in a malicious way. I was just telling him how fucking stupid I felt, and he said, why? And I said, because I'm not this person. And he told me that I have a very good knack for being poised and proper in public and not letting a lot of people see my feelings.
Well, don't we all? I mean, isn't that the goal?
He did know. He just said
I got
that,
this.
though. He said, but he's right. He said, you know, you don't like to show a lot of feelings. He said, I've noticed this about you from day one. You're very walls up. He goes, but you know, somehow I broke down this little wall of yours.
Yeah.
And I was
that's
like,
a
fucker.
lot, you know.
And he said, but this is what he said to me. He said, sometimes you don't have to be that person, and you can. He goes, because you need to feel your fucking feelings. He's not wrong. I'm
like, well, yeah, but I'm not gonna walk around like a loose cannon. If I just felt my feelings all day long, watch the fuck out, okay? Then go, buckle up.
And I have been a loose cannon on him to the point where he's like, I don't even know what you want me to say to you anymore. And really, I need to just back off of conversation with him.
At least conversation, like text, if that's all you can handle. But you know,
no, text is where we fight. When we're talking, we're usually okay.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So you're gonna stop communicating with him?
I don't know.
Yeah, but a goal, baby goal, fighting the feelings kind of goal.
Yeah, because I mean, just cutting somebody off cold turkey is, dude, somebody that you love, I guess. Cold turkey. That is probably one of the worst feelings in the world. It's like the most devastating, hurtful, like sick. At one point I said to him, like,
I'm here for you though, girl.
Why couldn't you do something to fucking make me hate you? Like those breakups are hard, but they're a little bit easier.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But him trying to get himself right, unless it was some weird elaborate lie and excuse, which he would have to be a fucking psychopath with how much we cried together. Yes, he probably cried more than I did. And it all started because I was pissed at first, and I just looked at him and I was like, you fucking wasted my time. And he got really upset over that and started crying, and he said, please don't mean that. I
know what you mean though.
Yeah.
I probably would have said it too.
I think a lot of it is just from everything we've talked about, things I've pieced together, I don't think he ever really got over his father's death.
Yo, yeah.
His dad died in May of 2017, and we met almost a year later. So I feel like part of that is he's just from stuff he said to me, it still hits very hard on him. And there's no timeline for grief. There is none. Like, losing anybody in your life, there's no timeline for it. You gotta go through it. But I think that's part of it. Because at one end, like, yeah, I want him to be happy, and if that's with somebody else, that's with somebody else.
But right now, he just wants to be on his own and figure out his shit. I mean, have you ever been there on the other end of something like that?
Not in this type of situation. No. But I know what it's like to break up with somebody.
Yeah. But I mean, have you ever been, yeah, exactly, like, you know, like somebody that you really hurt? And you're like,
yeah, I don't know how to be on the giving end of a breakup when it's something like you truly love somebody.
Oh.
That's not me. Because I'm a fighter. I will stay with you for so long just because we can work through these problems.
Hey, you know, I feel like we all fight. I mean, that's the relationships. It's all fighting. So, you know, that's just, sometimes it's a threshold of which you can, you know, the lines and the boundaries that you're going to cross or that you can handle. But really, I mean, it's always going to be a fight. And who do you want to be fighting with? And maybe just even fighting being a part of a relationship and just knowing it's just too much for somebody to handle, you know, just like, you know, that's how I would feel a lot in relationships. I was like, I don't even want to deal with everybody else's. I'm just thinking
Yeah.
of me and my like breaking hearts and wanting to be single. Just like me, I don't want to deal with anybody else's shit. And just
Yeah.
kind of
No, I
my own is
that.
it's just
That-
sucky. But just trying to say like the other way to feel is just like
Yeah.
you're not even emotionally capable of.
Yeah.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah.
The overwhelming feeling makes
Yeah.
a lot of crazy decisions.
Yeah, one of the things that I like realize is like this loss, like this type of loss fucking sucks, because it's like the person is still alive, they're still there, you still know they exist, and whatever, which sounds so selfish. Like I had a friend, I don't think we talked about this yet, I have a friend whose fiance died right before Christmas.
That was
Completely unexpected.
absolutely devastating.
It was. He was 22 years old. And I was talking to our mutual friend, Monique, and she was asking me how I was doing because I told her about my breakup and everything. And I told her, and I said, and I feel so ridiculous because I look at what Jade's going through, and that's worse.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Oh, all my love to Jade, man.
Yeah. And thank you, Monique, for checking up on me. A few of my friends who I figured would have not, so I don't know. They must be going through their own shit. Whatever.
Yeah, it's hard to know what to say. People always want to say they don't want to say the wrong thing. They don't want to say that, I can't go, what a piece of shit,
No,
it's all
because he's not.
No, it's all respect, and
Yeah.
I just want to be here for you and just tell you to, like, what are some things that you like to tell your friends, like when they're going, like, what are some things? We need some inspirational things. Maybe now that things have simmered, she's ready to hear some stuff to just kind of motivate and put that friend that just went through some shit like this, like in a different headspace. And I don't know, I've been, I always love podcasts, so I like listening to podcasts, but there's a couple audiobooks somebody recommended to me recently, like just a different world, because I love comedy, I love the true crime, I love it all, but sometimes you just need to
I know.
do something out of your routine mentally, I think.
I'm not doing something out of my routine mentally, but what I need to do to like start feeling my feelings instead of suppressing them, I've been writing a lot, so keep reading my blogs, guys.
Good. Tell them your blog.net. Which
it's remix.com.
.com, motherfucker. Yes, you're a beautiful writer.
Thank you.
We're going to probably have a book here. End of the year.
Yeah, we're going to have a book deal one day,
Book at the end of the year. Okay, we're gonna do that. These are my blogs on paper.
You know what's funny?
With some dope photos.
Is I've been trying to write, because I they say write what you know, so ever since the situation with Rob happened, I've been trying to write a true crime story, like a true crime novel, kind of based on that.
Ooh,
like where
Dirty John.
Kind of where this is copyright. I like want to give this plot line out, but I'm like, I don't want anybody to take it.
That's right. We'll just keep it. But
it's like Gone Girl, but from the other woman's point of view.
Oh, I love.
Yes.
Take us down your dark alley. Well, you know what? Life sucks, but it's great content, okay? Because nobody wants to hear how fucking great you're doing. They're like,
No.
Fuck, man, I feel shitty too, but at least that didn't happen to me.
That's how I was. I watched Bridesmaids, and I was like, well, at least I'm not in Annie's situation.
Exactly. At least that ain't the fucking deal. Like, misery loves company, but also just a little relating to make you feel human, and like,
yeah.
It fucking happens.
So I'm not the only one who's going through a breakup right now.
Talk about feeling human. Okay, the mood has changed, the ambience has changed because I got fired. Well,
we haven't been laughing about this very much, you guys.
Oh yeah, this is all laughing now, but we have to laugh at it. We've gone through the struggle.
Yeah.
We are attempting to laugh at this shit, but yeah, 13 years, like, doing my thing, rocking my shit over the airwaves in Las Vegas. Can't say shit, but now I can. Number one spot. Okay, hello.
Went out at number one.
Yeah, they didn't want to renew my contract, so I was kind of floored, but, loved everybody I worked with. I really did, genuinely. I still do. I worked with some great people, and I respect what everybody does. I love their hustle. I love their
Yeah.
passion. I know for a fact I went above and beyond and gave
Yeah.
it my 100 and gave it my all. So, you know, if they don't think I can carry on, then that's on them.
Yeah.
So best of luck to all of them. But I was just... So now to in my feelings. Yeah.
Yes.
I was just kind of blindsided and extremely upset.
Yes.
I was very upset and I was crushed.
Because that's been your career for, 12 years.
Yeah.
That's your
It's
livelihood.
13 years. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
so
your livelihood, dude.
yeah, so this is my passion. This is what I do, you know. I love music. I could do anything there is to do in that kind of job. So,
Yeah.
you know, just to kind of be denied the opportunity,
It
I
hurt.
wasn't that fit. Absolutely, it hurts, you know, and you just feel real.
Embarrassed.
Absolutely, you feel embarrassed. You feel stupid. You feel like a chump.
Yeah.
You feel like a chump walking through the hallway on
As
your
they're
way out.
As they escort you out. And
On your way out
Yeah.
when your shift should start, you know. So
Yeah.
I think it was, you know, kind of like cleaning out my locker.
Oh, God.
Like a big cherry shopping bag, like with headphones and you know, just like I had to get like all my audio, a lot of audio. So, you know, thankfully they had extra drive ready.
Yeah.
You know, but let me just say this though, I fucking love Las Vegas. I love like having that connection with the listeners and
Yeah.
just with the people around town and
Yeah.
you know, giving the heads up on the news and the weather, mostly because we need to know what to wear. But just like doing my little music trivia bit and
Yeah.
stuff. So
Squat songs.
my squat song challenge every Thursday, I would drop the squat song challenge. So, you know, some things are just going to change and
Yeah.
you know, it's a lot of who I was and my identity. So
You can let it out. You can cry too. It's okay.
you know, it's
Yeah, dude, just cry. It's okay. I'm crying too. Yeah, I get that. Like losing your job, especially that's been so a part of your identity, is just like, you come to the first thought is, well, fuck all of you, and then you come to a point too. It's like, well, what do I do now? What am I supposed to do now?
well, and I will say this, like, hands down, I worked for the best radio company in Las Vegas.
Hell yeah.
You know, like, still to this day, we can't stop them, you know? And just to be a part of that team and that energy and just, you know, I've been doing alternative music in Las Vegas for 12 years. So I think
Yeah.
people that listen to that music, whether they listen to this station or that station,
Yeah.
I think we had a relationship, you know?
Oh yeah,
and,
definitely.
you know, so I'm glad we have this outlet to do this
Yes.
because it's important and it's fun and I think anybody can do it. You know, the reason I've always said, like, you know, I want to do things is to inspire others and
Yeah.
to always like
Whoop dog want everybody to win.
whoop dog.
Another time. Another story.
One day he'll listen. Yeah, another time. But yeah, it's really embarrassing and I feel like a fucking sucker, you know, like MJ is like my radio
Yeah.
name, you know, like it was just such a big part and I don't think, unless it was the absolute right opportunity or the right show or the right paycheck to put up with what I did and not being appreciated, because I will always bring that game and that 100%. Like, I know I can produce a fucking show. I know how
Yeah.
to I know so much on the back end of radio and being on air, and just to not be giving that opportunity really is a fucking bummer. But
Yeah.
you know, I still love and respect everybody. I always listen, and you know, my timing had just come and I had nothing, there's nothing I could do about it.
No.
You know, there's nothing I can do about it, so I just gotta fucking cope and just roll on and, you know, really reevaluate what I want to do.
And that's what's scary is like, because I know you're a career woman like I am, like you have the family and you got the I got it all thing, but
I don't know if anybody has it all. No matter how
nobody.
it looks, nobody's got it. Can we have it all though?
No.
Can we have it all?
Clearly you cannot. At some point it stops.
Yeah.
But
the moment.
but no. You definitely were very career driven like I am, and your career becomes your identity. Like, that's who you are.
Yeah.
I am, you know, a doctor. I am a lawyer. I am a receptionist.
Yeah. You know what I'm always inspired by reading things, and just like, especially I've seen a lot of this shit like over the last year, you know, just like noticing different things and people with visions, and just like, you know what, I fucking gave it all up at 40 and changed my career and started my own business, and I'm living life vacationing every month, and this happens, you know, this stuff can happen, and it is possible. And I just, you know, I have such a feeling inside me that like it's just pushing me to like really make something like that happen. If that's been something that's always been on my mind, it's just like having a type of lifestyle where you can support your family and do what you love, make money doing what you're passionate about. I think anybody can find it. And I think sometimes it takes being pushed out of your comfort zone to really go after something and to really dive in. And I'm excited. You know, I've gone through the like cry all morning and like, you know, giving my hugs, and just then I just have to say, now it's just kind of funny to say, I got fired. So, you know, it's definitely some good 2019 gossip. I know that word spelled like spread like the wildfire. But hey, number one, motherfuckers, going out number one. Thank you very much.
At least she went out on top, and you know it's not your numbers that got you kicked out.
I don't know. You know, sometimes I misspell things. You know what's going on, but I don't know. Much love and respect to everybody in the company, and you know all that good stuff. I love you. If you didn't call me, it's all good.
I called you. Well, I think I texted you, and then you called me, because I didn't want to like just call you and be like, "What is going on?" Like, you could have still been in the meeting.
Yeah.
Your phone going off, and it's like my ringtone.
Oh
like,
God.
Oh, Bree's calling you. Oh.
Yeah. I got a few calls and a few messages. People just like, "Damn, that's." You know, people got my back. Yeah. Oh, this is yours. I'm grabbing your tea.
No, you need it though.
No, I have my tea over here.
Oh. MJ made us some awesome tea.
I did.
Do you need some more in your cup?
No, I'm okay. If you can hear it in my voice, it's not just
it's not just sad.
Like a cold. Yeah, it was like my daughter's birthday yesterday. We were out in the park. Anyhow, and so I sound super sad. I've got like my Phoebe like sad, like the sad
sexy
voice.
Phlegm. Oh,
I'm sexy about this phlegm right now.
Oh God. Well, you know, I will say this. I was talking to my ex about career stuff. I'm not going to get too much into it, but, you know, it was after we found out they let you go and stuff. So we were talking about career stuff, and he just said, you know what, your podcast is great. You know, radio is the past.
I had a friend tell me the other day, and this was really, it kind of had me a little shook. And he was talking about his business. He had a food truck business, right? And he's like, "Hey, when you give me the radio station?" I was like, "Hey, man, you know, you can buy some ads. You can just get you on the radio station."
Yeah.
You know, I don't do that end. And he's like, "Oh, hell, I done radio before. You know, I done radio ads before. Shit never works." Signed for like 6 months. I was like, "Oh, you gotta hang in there." He's like, "I don't even know you still have a job." I was like, "What? Fuck you."
Oh no! And then you lost your job a few days later.
Yeah, but I think he was saying he was saying radio is dead. Like anybody I asked, like, you know, nobody even. A lot of people didn't even know what the radio station was. You know, like, nah, I listen to my Spotify, or I listen to
podcasts.
Oh, we want to know what the fuck you listen to.
Yeah.
I can never talk too much. I can never talk on the radio about but I listen to Spotify. I love creating my own playlist.
Yes, me too.
I love listening to Stitcher, Spotify, and podcasts and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, are we gonna have to make the breakup podcast? Like just a bunch of sad sack songs?
I guess. I actually did start a breakup playlist, so I'll just make it public.
All right, I'll put some Fiona Apple to it. You guys can always find the Keeping It Casual podcast playlists on Spotify. They're collaborative. They're open to everybody. We got the sex list, the playlist, and now we're gonna have the sad sack list.
Oh,
we'll call it something more fabulous.
You guys, what do you do when you're... I mean, I don't even know.
I think we need your help right now. I mean, just, do you hear what's happening? Like, feedback, just please email us.
Email us your love.
We need, if we've ever needed more love, I mean, give us a rating on iTunes and review.
Please.
But we really want to do this to meet you, to give you a voice, give you a platform, get you on the show. We're going to be popping up around Vegas doing some really cool like pop-up podcasts. So the ambiance will change. I'll still bring you some solid production, I promise.
Yeah.
But because, you know, we recorded inside the
studio,
the radio station. So, Like, shout out to all you at-home podcasters.
Seriously.
Like, you know, we got a little spoiled for a second. We had all the stuff, but, you know, got a little spoiled and a little relaxed.
We did.
So, but we're going to take this show on the road.
Yes, we are. And we have our Keeping Casual Live. We're announcing that soon.
Yeah,
soon.
It's going to be really soon.
Yes.
So
we are not stopping this. That's just
you can't stop this.
No, you know
Shit.
what? You know what?
No.
I was watching Legally Blonde because that is my woman empowerment movie.
Mine would be Mean Girls.
I mean, I feel like that sometimes too. Yeah, I was like, I'll show you how valuable Breworth can be.
I'll show you all.
You know, I just
This hair ain't going nowhere.
Exactly. One of the things that I've been struggling with is like, I just fucking miss his smell, like the smell of his skin when I would cuddle up to him.
Ugh.
And the way his hair looked when he would get out of the shower all messy and tousled. And the way he looked in flannel pajama bottoms and no shirt.
What are we gonna do?
I don't know.
Help us!
Help us. Oh, you know what? I was listening to Guys We Fucked, their breakup episode, or a few episodes after their breakup episode, and apparently their listeners were like DMing their ex-boyfriends and like talking about how cute they were and like asking to sext and stuff.
That's so funny.
That is awful.
What a bunch of fuckers.
Any of you guys can slide into my ex's DMs, and I know I've never called out who he is on the show, but if you pay attention to my social media and you pay attention to what I've said about him, you can figure out who he is, and I'm sure you have already. If you slide into his DMs, I will find out and I will cut you.
Oh my god, that is fucking hilarious.
Why would you slide into, like, I'm such a big fan of you, now I want to fuck your ex-boyfriend?
Wow.
That's awful.
That's so
Don't do
gross.
that.
I know our peeps way too casual for that. They're like,
I know they
please,
are.
I got the energy. No, they're gonna go find out who he is. But we've been finding ways to laugh through this bullshit. So
Yes,
if you
we
got some
have.
bullshit. You got some advice for us? I mean, we'd love an email.
And please don't tell us this is our time to work on us. Please.
Oh, this is my time. I'm gonna take a few days off, but I cannot sit still long. My
No.
wheels are spinning.
Good. No, I just meant that, like, when they're like, this is your time, like, this is your time to work on yourself. They
yeah.
mean, like, emotionally. Like, fucking
Oh,
A.
I know. It isn't though.
Oh, you know what?
is.
Actually,
Oh.
I found something that I wanted to read. It's a
fabulous purse, by the way, DB.
Let me say, my mother has been the most amazing person through my breakup. She bought me a fucking Dooney and Bourke LA Dodgers purse.
Oh my god.
She took me to the spa to get a massage.
Yes, she knows.
And then she looked at me, because I didn't ask for any of this, obviously.
No.
And she looked at me and she goes, your heartbreak is expensive. And I was like, I didn't ask you for a trip to Cabo. I didn't ask for any of it.
You know what I did right after I got fired? I called up my homegirl and she's like, I'm going to the mall. I'm like, well, I'll join you. Fashion show on Las Vegas Boulevard, too.
Hells yeah. So I hope you spent some money on your...
I got some sexy new Victoria's Secret shit.
And you showed it to Chris.
Yeah, Chris was like, babe, just don't spend too much money.
Yeah. Oh.
I was like, let me buy whatever I need, okay?
You
Whatever
know-
I'm feeling right now, you just let me buy it, okay?
Chris has been so great.
First place!
Chris has been great through this.
Man, Chris is always great. Like, when I'm getting flustered with anything, he's just my rock. So, man, to be going through things like this, just like...
Yeah. I mean, I could tell you, like... as we were walking outside to record, Vivian wanted to come outside and play. And
She wanted to hang out with Brie.
we were trying to bargain with her, and Chris was like, just go. And I was like, oh. And he was like, you like basically like you don't need to reason with them, they're children.
She's got an excuse for everything.
Yeah.
And she will come at you with something else.
She's so smart.
I know, she trips me up. So I'm like, why am I debating with you? She drives me insane. Oh, man.
Oh my god, she's great though.
Yeah.
She really is.
Cool now.
She did my makeup.
She will officially be 4 tomorrow. So, 4-year-old and a 1-year-old, no job.
Oh.
But that's all right, though. You know. I'm not a moron with my money. It's not like I'm gonna fall off the roof.
No,
I
and
was
you know,
smart,
Chris is
I do have my partner in crime, so.
Man, so I found this.
Hubs.
I read this. It started off as a blog. Now it's a bunch of he writes a bunch of books. And it's called "I Wrote This for You." And I've been reading this forever. It's some guy out of South Africa, and he writes the most beautiful poetry. And how the project started is he was talking online to some guy in Japan who was a photographer, and they'd never met in person. But the photographer would send him pictures, and then he would write poetry to go with these photos.
Oh, I love it.
Isn't it it's such a cool story.
Yeah.
So I found this poem, and it really is how I feel, and I just want to read it to you all.
Okay.
And you taught me what this feels like, and then how it feels to lose it. And you showed me who I wanted, and then who I wasn't. And then you ticked every box, and then you drew a line. And you weren't mine to begin with, and then not to end with. And you looked like everything I wanted, and then became something I hated. And you get the thought of every day, and then not in a good way. And then you let me leave, and then I wish I'd stayed. And then you almost killed me, but I didn't die.
Fuck.
That is how I'm feeling.
You know what? You just being able to talk about this, I hope it just maybe helps somebody, maybe helps you a little bit. It's just...
It is helping me a lot to talk about it. And I didn't want to talk about it. And he was one of the only people I could talk to about it because he knows what I'm going through, you know. He knows everything we went through together from the beginning to the end. And yes, I have bitter thoughts about him, and I called him a fucking coward, and I called him a whole bunch of stuff, but at the same time, I love him, and a part of me always will.
I know. We need to go to the movies.
Fucking A. We need to do something.
Oh, we need to get out of our headspace.
Alright, so what do you guys do to get out of your headspace?
Yeah, we just need some legit, friend advice right now.
Yeah.
You hear what the drama is. Any kind of what you got.
What do you,
Let me tell you this much. This ain't gonna stop us. We're gonna have
No.
some fun. We're gonna get
some
you to join us.
amazing ideas.
She's changing the world over there. You know, we've been learning a lot about podcasting, and we're looking to share that with you as well.
Yes.
So, I mean, if you ever have any questions, feel free to reach out.
If you want to start a podcast, do it.
Yeah, absolutely do it. Find your voice. Good. We'll end on some shout. Let's end on some shout outs, some female empowerment, some love.
Yes. Aww.
Should we let Vivi come out and end it with us?
Yeah, let's let Vivi come out.
All right, we're letting out the diva. Let me go get her. You want to come talk on our show? Come here.
Hi.
Come here, you. You get to wear my robe. It's cold out here.
Guess what, guys? Live here we have
Little diva.
the little diva whose birthday it is.
Oh, birthday girl.
I love that at 4 years old she has a 4-day celebration of her birthday. That is fabulous.
Eat your heart out, Paris Hilton.
You go, girl.
She had the Disney on Ice and then a big party in the park, and then, I mean, tomorrow she's going to McDonald's
To get a chicken nugget.
going inside.
Ooh. You gonna play in the play place?
All right, so let's do our shout out, okay? Ending on a great note.
Yes, we weren't gonna end on a great note, but we
didn't
need
know
to.
how to, but yeah, I think we can.
We can. So we want to shout out Lauren on Twitter at Weird Tees. She's some Weird Tees. She does these really, really cool designs. She said that we were her favorite podcast, but she also emailed us and let us know that you can do Bumble just to find friends.
Oh, yeah, because last episode we were talking about where do you find friends on apps. So Bumble, that is cool, you know?
Yes, you can set up a Bumble friend date and not just Bumble for dating. By the way, I am not dating yet. I am not ready for it.
Okay. You're the Bumble friend, but
Yes.
you got some solid ladies.
Yes, I do.
Should we sing happy birthday to Vivian?
Yes.
All right, this episode's just a whole shebang, all right?
1,
2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Vivian.
Happy birthday to you.
and many more. So you want to help us say bye?
Yeah.
Okay, so we say, all right, guys, that's it for this week. And then we say, bye.
Bye.
Say bye.
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 Girl, that was fun.
Another fun conversation with you.
Yes, if you have any feedback, email us feedback@keepingitcasualpodcast.com.
My Twitter is Breemixed, BREEMIXED.
And I'm at MJ Radio Diva, any social platform.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Keeping It Casual Podcast. You get to see live videos, silly little photos of us.
All the dumb photos that we talk about. Anything
Yes.
photo-wise we talk about in the episode, it'll be there.
We look forward to hearing from you.
We'll be back with more gossip about nothing and
Everything. Bye.